around,
Right.
especially this time of year. By code, by city ordinance, they can't be in the parkway. They're supposed to be in the yard. We handle them. We don't drive around pulling signs, and we didn't today either. We handle them when we get a complaint. It tends to be a complaint-driven process. We try to make contact with the person closer to the sign. Usually on the political sign, it's the property owner. The property owner wasn't aware that they had to be on his side of the sidewalk as opposed to the street side of the sidewalk. And normally after we inform them of that, they get moved. Or they say, you know what, we didn't post those signs. They showed up one day, in which case they get taken and they get thrown in a dumpster behind the police department. After we got this complaint, and Officer Nevis came down and spoke with you today, and said, you know, he's going to challenge this. He wants to make a statement. How is this different?
Oh, we want to make a case.
Yeah, and how is this different?
Right.
I said, you know, I can tell you about how it was done in the past, but before we do anything today, I'm going to call the attorney's office.
Sure.
Because there are things going on. It happened to be that I was put through to Eric Goers, and it's Goers, like Goers. Spoke with him. He called me back after a little while, which is the delay. He called me back and said, there's a variety of things that could apply, you know, depending on interpretation, but this is the one that I, Eric Goers, would hang my hat on. He said it actually falls under HIS, housing inspection, which is where we normally often get our complaints from, but I think they come from other people through housing inspection. And no privately owned sign shall be placed on or over public space. Removal of existing privately owned signs currently located on or over public space that are not in compliance with code shall be eliminated or removed. If the sign owner fails to remove the sign after so ordered by the city may remove the sign and assess the cost of the sign. Nobody had to bring a post truck down here. Granted, I haven't gotten up to the evaluation I was working on come out here, but there is no cost to the city as far as I'm concerned, so there's no cost to that.
Well, there has to be, you know, a legitimate governmental interest, you know, in doing this, you know, and there's legal precedent. I mean, that would make this law unconstitutional as applied, you know, to what we're doing here today, and that's why I want to challenge it. And you know, it's not that we are posting signs, you know, all around town. We're posting them at a specific place that we're ministering at.
Right.
And you know, so it falls under free speech. It's the ordinance that you're showing me, and any other ordinance that you would show me, would be unconstitutional if applied. There's already case law, you know, regarding that.
And you understand that I didn't write the ordinance.
Sure.
Nor can I give you, I mean, I can suppose what the reasons were behind this, but I don't know. They were passed by council members.
Sure.
Looks like back in 2008, or at least revisited back in 2008. I work for the city.
Sure.
And before I acted on anything, I wanted to make sure basically my butt was covered, so I called the city attorney's office. He said, here's what I understand you to be saying to Officer Nevis. What's the difference between my sign and these signs? I additionally, to Sergeant Kelsey, have a question about how is this different than Occupy City?
You see, when it's a complaint-driven prosecution, it's selective prosecution.
But there's always discretion on that. There's speeders all over the place, or there's an intersection that there's more red light violators, and we pay attention to that. We don't have resources to address every violation.
But it didn't happen to me, you see. And this is happening to me. This is something that's challenging, something that we do out here all the time, and something that we're going to continue doing. And so...
And you do it all the time.
It is selective prosecution. It is. Because if it's complaint-driven, it's selective. Okay.
But we can't be everywhere at once and enforce everything. And as far as you being out here and doing it all the time, you know, you are out here getting your message and delivering your message and doing your ministry and all the time. But you aren't. And usually when the city, it's usually police, because we're the ones that get sent down to speak with you when we get a complaint. But usually the city says, you need to be in compliance.
What is the legitimate governmental interest? There isn't any.
Shall I take a guess? I mean, my guess is, and this is pure speculation on my part, because I had nothing to do with the ordinance. So my guess is that if you try to get in that whole slippery slope, okay, if we allow a little garage sale sign, or we allow the political signs, or in this case, your ministry signs, then next thing you have 4-foot, 5-foot signs to compete with them or to get more attention. And you have this space.
But we didn't have a 4-foot.
I understand that, but you asked me, and I'm supposing here what's the legitimate for the good of the public purpose for that ordinance. I mean, I'm speculating, but my guess is that played into it. I had nothing to do with draft.
Right. But even so, the signs were attended, by the people that are here. They're gone when we leave. And that's the way that it, that's the way it is. And
this sign's attended, and
you
are getting messages out, and you also need to come down and say, this is what I understand to be the case. They need to be attended immediately. It can't be affixed or freestanding.
Well, see, now we get into this all fuzzy-wuzzy area,
I understand that. And you want to challenge that.
Right. So, I'm going to challenge it. I'd like the courtesy of some citation or something that we can take it to court with so that we can whip your butt. Yeah, because the fact that it is so blatantly, unconstitutional.
Well, you believe that, and I don't know. I'm a police officer. I'm not an attorney.
Well, you just stole my sign.
No, I didn't steal anything. Steal is to
take something that without somebody's permission, take somebody else's property without any, without their permission.
Without any legal license to do so. With
I need some sort of a citation, to fight in court.
Okay, were you responsible for placing the sign?
I certainly was.
And did you let the signs remain after being told by Officer Newman?
I certainly did.
If you would like me to write a citation, if you think that will help clarify things in the end, I'll be glad to do that. I will need to see ID just so that I can.
Well, you know who I